Have you ever wondered if it's truly possible to win in every situation life throws your way? Gautama Buddha once said, "We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think." When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. This profound quote encapsulates the essence of how our thoughts and perceptions can directly influence our experiences and outcomes in life. The wisdom of this quote lies in its emphasis on the purity and direction of our thoughts. Buddha suggests that by cultivating positivity and clarity in our thoughts, we invite joy and success into our lives as constant companions. It's not about ignoring the negatives, but rather about focusing on the positive possibilities that each moment holds. This mindset shift is crucial in turning challenges into stepping stones and adversities into opportunities. In this video, we will delve deep into Buddhist teachings that can help you maintain such a mindset. We will explore 13 practical tips that, when practiced, can empower you to approach every situation with confidence and wisdom. These teachings are not just philosophical ideals. They are actionable steps that you can start using today to see immediate changes in your life. By the end of this video, you'll have learned how to embrace impermanence, cultivate compassion, practice mindfulness, and detach from outcomes. Principles that will guide you to make decisions that align with your inner peace and long-term happiness. These tips are designed to help you navigate through life's ups and downs with a greater sense of ease and assurance. Imagine a life where you are not swayed by every wind of challenge, but instead move through difficulties with grace and effectiveness. That's the transformation we're talking about, a profound shift that will not only change how you deal with situations, but also fundamentally enhance your overall quality of life. Let's embark on this journey together, learning how to harness the timeless wisdom of Buddhism to master every situation you encounter. 2. Embrace impermanence. Impermanence, or anicca in Pali, is a fundamental principle in Buddhist teachings that underscores the transient nature of all things. This concept teaches us that everything in life, our experiences, emotions, and even the material world around us, is in a constant state of flux. But why is understanding and accepting impermanence so vital to mastering life's challenges? Let's explore. At first glance, the idea that nothing remains the same might seem unsettling. However, embracing impermanence can actually be incredibly empowering. It encourages us to value every moment, knowing it won't last forever. It also prepares us for the inevitable changes life throws our way, reducing anxiety and fear associated with the unknown. Consider the simple example of a beautiful sunset. Its beauty is enhanced by its fleeting nature. We appreciate the sunset more profoundly because we know it is temporary. Similarly, understanding that our challenges are not permanent can lessen their emotional impact and help us maintain a calm and clear mindset. In practical terms, accepting impermanence helps us cope with loss and disappointment. Whether it's a job, a relationship, or good health, losing something important can be devastating. However, if we cultivate the perspective that every aspect of our lives is subject to change, we can face these losses with resilience and hope. Instead of clinging to how things were, we can focus on adapting and finding new opportunities. Moreover, impermanence teaches us flexibility. In a rapidly changing world, the ability to adapt is crucial. For instance, consider the business environment. Companies that cling to outdated models without adapting to new market realities often fail. Those that anticipate change and adapt swiftly not only survive, but thrive. By applying the principle of impermanence, we learn not to resist change, but to anticipate and embrace it as an opportunity for growth and innovation. On a personal level, embracing impermanence can enhance relationships. Understanding that people change helps us accept them for who they are now, not who they were in the past. This approach fosters healthier, more realistic relationships based on current understanding rather than past expectations. Impermanence also plays a pivotal role in self-improvement. Recognizing that our own qualities and habits are not fixed gives us the freedom to change and grow. It encourages a mindset of continuous learning and self-discovery, leading to personal development and fulfillment. In summary, embracing impermanence isn't just about accepting that everything changes. It's about actively participating in the process of change. It's about letting go of past hurts, adapting to new circumstances, and looking forward to the future with optimism. This acceptance doesn't mean we give up on our goals or stop cherishing our experiences. Rather, it allows us to live fully in the present, appreciate the temporary beauty of life, and use every change as a stepping stone to personal mastery. By integrating this understanding of impermanence into our daily lives, we equip ourselves with a powerful tool to navigate life's ups and downs. Each moment becomes a new opportunity to act wisely and compassionately, paving the way for a life filled with depth, meaning, and joy. 3. Cultivate compassion. Compassion is more than just feeling sorry for someone. It's about genuinely wishing to alleviate their suffering, and it's a core tenet of Buddhism. But how does cultivating compassion help us win in every situation? Let's dive deeper. Compassion involves understanding the struggles of others and wanting to help alleviate their pain. When applied, it transforms how we interact with people, fostering connections that are based on kindness rather than conflict. For example, in a workplace setting, a compassionate leader who understands and addresses the concerns and challenges faced by their team can inspire loyalty, increase morale, and improve productivity. This compassionate approach doesn't just resolve conflicts, it prevents many from starting in the first place. In personal relationships, compassion allows us to see beyond our own perspectives. It helps us understand the reasons behind others' actions, which is often rooted in their own experiences and pains. This understanding can dramatically reduce personal conflicts and deepen the bonds between individuals. When you approach disagreements with empathy, instead of anger or frustration, solutions become more accessible and relationships grow stronger. Practicing compassion also affects how we perceive and react to our own experiences. By being kind to ourselves, acknowledging our struggles without harsh judgment, we pave the way for genuine self-improvement and resilience. This self-compassion is crucial during times of failure or difficulty. It allows us to move forward without being weighed down by negativity or self-doubt. Moreover, compassionate living can extend into broader societal interactions. Imagine the impact on a community where members actively look out for each other's well-being. Such a community can effectively support its members through crises, build sustainable support systems, and create an environment where individuals can thrive. But how do you cultivate a compassionate mindset? It starts with mindfulness, paying attention to the present moment with a non-judgmental attitude. Practicing mindfulness allows you to notice when someone is suffering, which is the first step in cultivating compassion. From there, you can develop the habit of considering others' feelings and perspectives, which gradually builds into a natural compassion for those around you. Incorporating compassionate responses into your daily routine might start small. It could be as simple as offering a kind word to a stressed colleague, or as involved as volunteering for causes that alleviate suffering in your community. Each act of compassion reinforces the mindset, making it easier to respond compassionately in more challenging situations. In summary, developing a compassionate mindset can transform every interaction you have, from brief encounters with strangers to deep relationships with loved ones. By embracing and practicing compassion, you can resolve interpersonal conflicts more effectively, build fulfilling relationships, and create a supportive network around you. This approach not only changes your life, but can also ripple out to positively affect those around you, proving that compassion is indeed a powerful tool in winning at life. 4. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness, a central practice in Buddhism, involves maintaining a moment-by-moment awareness of our thoughts, feelings, bodily sensations, and surrounding environment. This practice helps us become more conscious of our reactions to life situations, enabling us to make better decisions and remain fully present. Let's explore practical steps to incorporate mindfulness into daily life to enhance your decision-making and presence. 1. Start with breathing. The simplest way to begin practicing mindfulness is to focus on your breathing. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly and pay attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils, or the rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. This practice helps center your mind and brings you back to the present moment. 2. Mindful eating. Turn meals into mindfulness exercises. Eat slowly, savor each bite, and pay attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of your food. This not only enhances your dining experience, but also can help prevent overeating and improve digestion. 3. Mindful walking. Even walking can be a form of mindfulness meditation. As you walk, concentrate on the experience of walking. Feel your feet touching the ground, listen to the sounds around you, and observe the sights. This can be done anywhere, from a busy city sidewalk to a quiet park. 4. Set reminders. In our busy lives, it's easy to forget to pause and be mindful. Setting reminders on your phone or computer can help. You might set a chime to sound every hour to remind you to pause, breathe, and check in with your current thoughts and feelings. 5. Mindful listening. Practice fully listening when someone is speaking to you without planning your next response. Pay attention to their words, tone, and body language. This not only improves your relationships, but also enhances your understanding and response to discussions. 6. Mindfulness in chores. Daily chores like washing dishes or vacuuming can be opportunities for mindfulness. Focus on the task at hand, feel the water on your hands, look at the soap bubbles, listen to the vacuum's hum. This turns mundane activities into moments of meditation. 7. Mindful work breaks. Take short breaks during work to practice mindfulness. A 5-minute pause to breathe deeply or a brief walk can reset your mind and increase productivity and creativity. 8. Reflective journaling. At the end of the day, spend some time writing down your thoughts and feelings. Reflect on how you reacted to different events. This not only helps in developing self-awareness, but also in processing emotions and experiences. By integrating these practices into your daily routine, mindfulness becomes a seamless part of your life. The key is consistency. Even a few minutes of mindfulness each day can make a significant difference in how you handle life's challenges and decisions. As you become more present and aware, you'll notice an increase in your mental clarity and a decrease in stress, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. 5. Detach from outcomes. Detachment from outcomes is a profound principle in Buddhism that teaches us to focus on our actions and efforts rather than the results. This doesn't mean we shouldn't care about what happens. Rather, it encourages us to find fulfillment in the process itself. Understanding detachment is crucial. It does not imply indifference, but a wise allocation of energy. It means doing your best while accepting that the final outcome may not always be under your control. This approach is beneficial because it prevents feelings of frustration and disappointment that arise from unmet expectations. One of the main benefits of detaching from outcomes is the reduction of anxiety. When overly attached to results, it's common to experience constant worry about achieving goals. By detaching, this anxiety can be mitigated, allowing you to approach tasks with a calm, clear mind. Moreover, without the pressure of specific outcomes, you're likely to perform better. Focusing more on the task at hand, rather than being distracted by potential future scenarios, can enhance your effectiveness. Furthermore, learning to detach from outcomes promotes resilience. It prepares you for setbacks and encourages a mindset of growth and learning, where challenges are seen as opportunities to improve. To practice detachment effectively, start by setting intentions rather than expectations. This subtle shift allows you to be ambitious in your goals while remaining open to the outcomes, fostering a more adaptable and stress-free approach to challenges. By integrating these practices into your daily routine, you can enjoy a more balanced and fulfilling life. Detaching from the pressure of results not only improves your mental well-being, but also enhances your capacity to engage fully in the present moment, thereby increasing overall satisfaction in both personal endeavors and professional pursuits. 6. Develop. Wisdom. Wisdom is a pivotal element in Buddhist teachings, regarded not merely as the accumulation of knowledge, but as a deeper understanding and insight into the nature of things. Cultivating wisdom is essential for making better life choices, navigating complexities, and leading a fulfilling life. Let's explore how reflection, meditation, and learning contribute to the development of wisdom. Reflection is a powerful tool for cultivating wisdom. It involves looking back at our experiences, understanding the choices we made, and the outcomes that followed. This practice helps us identify patterns in our behavior, recognize our strengths and weaknesses, and learn from our mistakes. For instance, reflecting on a conflict can reveal underlying issues or our reactive patterns that may need change. By regularly engaging in self-reflection, we become more self-aware and capable of making more thoughtful and informed decisions. Meditation is another cornerstone in developing wisdom. It allows us to quiet the mind, reduce noise from external influences, and connect with our deeper selves. Meditation practices like mindfulness or focused attention help us observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment. This heightened awareness fosters a clear, calm state of mind that is conducive to gaining insights and clarity. For example, meditation can help us understand why we react a certain way to stress, or how our perceptions influence our interactions with others. Over time, this practice enhances our ability to approach situations with a balanced and wise perspective. Learning continuously is also crucial in cultivating wisdom. This doesn't only refer to formal education, but also to learning from life experiences, other people, and the world around us. Engaging with diverse perspectives and challenging our own views can significantly expand our understanding and adaptability. Reading, for example, exposes us to different ideas and cultures, prompting us to think critically and empathetically. Similarly, learning from people who have different life experiences or expertise can provide practical insights and foster a broader worldview. Integrating these practices into daily life might involve setting aside time each day for reflection, perhaps by journaling or discussing the day's events and lessons with a friend or mentor. Regular meditation can be incorporated into your morning or evening routine, even if it's just for a few minutes. Finally, committing to lifelong learning can involve setting goals to read regularly, attend workshops or lectures, or simply engage in meaningful conversations with others. The journey of developing wisdom is ongoing and evolves as we grow. It requires patience, openness, and dedication. As we reflect, meditate, and learn, we gradually build a reservoir of knowledge, insight, and understanding that guides us in making wiser choices. These choices, in turn, lead to more positive outcomes in various aspects of life: personal growth, relationships, career, and overall well-being. Through wisdom, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute positively to the lives of others, making it a vital pursuit in the quest for a meaningful life. 7. Embrace failures as lessons in Buddhism. The concept of embracing failures as lessons is pivotal for personal growth and enlightenment. Rather than viewing failures as setbacks, Buddhist teachings encourage us to see them as opportunities for deep learning and self-discovery. This shift in perspective can transform our approach to life's challenges, fostering resilience and a more fulfilling life experience. Traditionally, failure is often perceived with negativity, a stigma that can lead to fear of trying new things or taking risks. This fear can stifle creativity and inhibit personal and professional growth. However, by reframing failure as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block, we open ourselves to a multitude of possibilities for improvement and success. One of the first steps in embracing failures as lessons is to detach from the outcome. This doesn't mean we don't strive for success or become indifferent to results, but rather we focus more on the process and what we can learn from it. This approach reduces the fear and anxiety typically associated with potential failure, allowing us to engage more fully and authentically with our endeavors. Another key element is to practice mindfulness in the face of failure. By being present and fully engaged with our experiences, we can better understand the factors that contributed to the undesired outcome. Mindfulness helps us observe our reactions to failure without harsh judgment or criticism. It allows us to approach the situation with curiosity and openness, which are essential for learning and adaptation. Moreover, embracing failures as lessons involves a deep sense of self-compassion. It is easy to be hard on ourselves when things don't go as planned. However, treating ourselves with kindness and understanding in times of failure can significantly ease the emotional burden and accelerate our recovery and learning. Self-compassion reinforces our resilience, enabling us to bounce back quicker and with more determination. Learning from failure also means actively seeking the lessons it offers. This could involve analyzing what went wrong, identifying skills that need improvement, or recognizing limitations that need addressing. For example, a failed business venture can reveal gaps in market understanding or financial planning, providing clear indications of areas needing attention for future success. Furthermore, sharing our failures and the lessons learned with others can be incredibly beneficial. It not only helps to normalize failure as a part of learning and growing, but also enriches our communities by passing on valuable insights. This shared learning can foster a supportive environment where people feel more empowered to take risks and innovate. Finally, embracing failures as lessons requires a mindset that values growth over comfort. Continuously challenging ourselves, setting higher goals, and stepping out of our comfort zones are all part of a lifestyle that embraces failure as a necessary component of success. In summary, shifting our perspective on failure from something negative to an opportunity for growth and understanding can profoundly impact our lives. By detaching from outcomes, practicing mindfulness, extending self-compassion, actively seeking lessons, sharing our experiences, and valuing growth, we can turn every failure into a stepping stone towards greater wisdom and success. This enlightened approach not only enhances our personal development, but also contributes to a more compassionate and resilient society. 8. Maintain ethical conduct. Maintaining ethical conduct is a cornerstone of Buddhist teachings and is deeply intertwined with personal and social harmony. Ethical behavior, according to Buddhism, encompasses actions, thoughts, and words that are aligned with virtues such as honesty, compassion, and respect for others. This moral foundation not only fosters personal growth, but also significantly enhances how we are perceived and treated by others, leading to trust and respect in various aspects of life. Ethical conduct acts as a guide in our interactions, ensuring that we treat others fairly and with kindness. When individuals adhere to ethical standards, they build a reputation for reliability and integrity. For instance, in the business world, a company known for its ethical practices is more likely to attract and retain customers, as well as motivate its employees. This trust is not superficial, but rooted in consistent, honest practices that resonate with people's values and expectations. In personal relationships, ethical behavior plays a critical role in establishing trust. When we act truthfully and show genuine concern for the well-being of others, we create a safe and open environment for our relationships to flourish. For example, by being honest in our communications and faithful in our commitments, we show others that they can rely on us. This reliability builds strong, resilient bonds that are based on mutual respect and understanding. Moreover, maintaining ethical conduct enhances our self-respect. When we act according to our principles, we align our actions with our conscience, which is essential for inner peace and self-esteem. Each ethical choice reinforces our identity and values, and by living in accordance with these, we cultivate a sense of pride and satisfaction in who we are and how we interact with the world around us. Ethical behavior also contributes to a sense of community and social stability. When members of a community observe ethical norms, they create a cooperative environment where individuals can feel secure and supported. This is crucial for the development of social structures that uphold justice and equality. For example, in a community where leaders are committed to ethical governance, resources are likely to be distributed more fairly, and policies are designed to benefit the majority rather than a select few. Practicing ethical behavior requires mindfulness and a deliberate effort to reflect on our actions and their impacts. It involves continually asking ourselves whether our actions help or harm, whether they contribute to suffering or alleviate it. This reflective practice is not only about avoiding negative actions, but also about actively doing good, engaging in acts of kindness, speaking up against injustice, and contributing to the welfare of others. In summary, ethical conduct, as a core component of Buddhist teachings, is fundamental to building and maintaining trust and respect among individuals and within communities. By adhering to ethical principles, we ensure that our actions contribute positively to our lives and the lives of others. The benefits of ethical behavior extend beyond personal gain. They enhance the moral fabric of society, fostering an environment where trust, respect, and dignity prevail. Through consistent ethical practice, we can achieve a deeper fulfillment and a lasting impact on the world around us. 9. Seek good company. In Buddhist teachings, the company we keep is not just a reflection of our current state of mind, but also a determinant of our future path. This principle emphasizes the profound impact that our social environment can have on our personal development. Surrounding oneself with positive influences is crucial for nurturing growth, happiness, and a deeper understanding of life. The people around us can influence our thoughts, actions, and feelings, often more than we realize. Positive company, those who embody qualities like kindness, wisdom, and integrity, can inspire us to adopt these traits ourselves. Conversely, consistently spending time with individuals who engage in harmful behaviors or harbor negativity can pull us down a similar path. This is why Buddhism stresses the importance of choosing one's company wisely. Positive influences come from people who encourage us to be our best selves. They support our goals, share constructive feedback, and celebrate our successes without jealousy. For example, a friend who practices patience and mindfulness can inspire us to explore these practices in our own lives. Seeing the peace and clarity it brings them can motivate us to follow suit, improving our own mental and emotional well-being. Moreover, good company often involves individuals who challenge us intellectually and morally. These are people who question our assumptions, push us out of our comfort zones, and stimulate our minds with new ideas and perspectives. This kind of interaction is invaluable as it fosters personal growth and learning. In a work environment, colleagues who bring out the best in each other through healthy challenges and mutual respect can drive the entire team towards greater achievements. In addition to fostering personal growth, surrounding oneself with positive influences can lead to better personal outcomes by providing a support network during challenging times. Life inevitably brings difficulties and setbacks, and having a supportive community can make a significant difference in how we navigate these challenges. Friends and family who offer empathy, understanding, and practical help can ease our burdens and provide the strength needed to overcome obstacles. The impact of positive company also extends to our moral and ethical development. Being around people who live by strong ethical principles encourages us to reflect on our own values and behaviors. This reflection often leads to a more conscientious approach to life, where we make decisions that align more closely with our ideals. For instance, if we spend time with people who value honesty and integrity, we are more likely to uphold these virtues in our own lives, leading to a reputation of trustworthiness and respect from others. Lastly, the benefits of good company manifest in enhanced emotional health. Positive social interactions can boost our mood, increase our self-esteem, and reduce feelings of loneliness and depression. The joy and laughter shared with good friends can uplift our spirits and provide a sense of belonging and community that is essential for psychological well-being. In conclusion, the influence of our social circle cannot be underestimated. By consciously choosing to surround ourselves with positive, supportive, and inspiring individuals, we set the stage for better personal outcomes. This Buddhist practice of seeking good company is not just about enhancing our immediate happiness, but also about shaping a life path that is rich in growth, happiness, and fulfillment. 10. Stay patient. Patience is a virtue highly valued in Buddhist teachings and is considered essential for overcoming life's challenges effectively. It is the ability to endure difficult circumstances with calmness, self-control, and without complaint, an attribute that can transform the way we navigate any situation. Understanding and developing patience through mindfulness practices can lead to profound improvements in our lives, enhancing our interactions and inner peace. Patience is often tested in our everyday lives, whether it's dealing with a slow-moving line at a store or facing a significant life setback. The power of patience lies in its ability to help us manage stress and react in a more thoughtful and compassionate manner. By staying patient, we give ourselves the space to respond rather than react to our circumstances, which often leads to better outcomes. For example, in a heated discussion, patience can help us choose our words carefully, potentially saving relationships and fostering understanding rather than conflict. Developing patience is not about passivity or resignation, but about actively cultivating resilience and emotional strength. Mindfulness, a core practice in Buddhism, is particularly effective in cultivating patience. Mindfulness involves being fully present in the moment, aware of our thoughts, emotions, and environment without judgment. This practice teaches us to observe our impulses and frustrations without acting on them hastily, allowing us to manage our responses better. One practical mindfulness technique for developing patience is focused breathing. When feeling impatient, taking deep, slow breaths helps calm the mind and body, making it easier to approach the situation with clarity. This can be particularly useful in stressful situations where our patience is tested, such as during a traffic jam or in a long queue. Another mindfulness practice is body scanning. This involves paying attention to various parts of the body and noticing any sensations or tensions. By methodically shifting attention through different areas, we practice delaying immediate reactions and cultivate a habit of patience. This technique not only increases awareness of bodily reactions to stress, but also teaches us to release these tensions slowly, promoting a patient demeanor. Mindfulness also encourages acceptance, which is crucial for patience. Accepting that some aspects of life are beyond our control helps us endure frustrations with grace. For example, recognizing that bad weather is out of our control can help us accept travel delays more calmly, reducing stress and frustration. Moreover, mindfulness meditation can be used to reflect on the benefits of patience and the negative consequences of impatience. Regular meditation can reinforce the value of a patient approach and gradually integrate it into our character. Over time, this practice embeds patience as a natural response to life's challenges. In addition to these practices, developing patience also involves setting realistic expectations and giving ourselves and others enough time to act without pressure. Understanding that not everything needs to be resolved immediately can free us from the urgency that often leads to impatience. In summary, the power of patience in overcoming any situation is immense. It allows us to endure difficulties with grace, make more rational decisions, and maintain positive relationships. Through mindfulness practices such as focused breathing, body scanning, and meditation, we can develop this vital skill, enhancing our overall quality of life and enabling us to handle any challenge with equanimity and poise. 11. Utilize meditation. Meditation is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, renowned for its profound ability to foster clarity and calmness. These qualities are essential for handling tough situations with insight and equilibrium. Let's explore how meditation can be utilized to achieve these states and effectively manage life's challenges. Meditation helps in reducing the noise of our constant mental chatter, which often amplifies stress and confusion. By sitting in quiet reflection, focusing on our breath or a mantra, we gradually learn to quiet this mental noise. This quietude allows us to reach a state of clarity where thoughts become more organized and less overwhelming. Such mental clarity is invaluable in tough situations, where a clear mind can assess circumstances more accurately and devise more effective strategies. Furthermore, meditation cultivates a deep sense of calmness that permeates our overall demeanor. This calmness is not merely the absence of stress, but a profound steadiness of mind that persists even in the face of chaos. For example, in a high-pressure work environment, a meditative practice can help maintain a cool head, enabling one to make thoughtful decisions rather than reactive ones. The process of achieving this involves regular practice. Here are some steps to start incorporating meditation into daily life. 1. Find a quiet space. Begin by finding a quiet spot where you can meditate without interruptions. This could be a dedicated corner of your room, a quiet park, or even your office chair before the workday begins. 2. Set a time limit. Especially for beginners, starting with short periods of meditation, such as 5 to 10 minutes, can be helpful. As you grow more accustomed to the practice, you can gradually increase the duration. 3. Choose a focus. You can focus on your breath, a mantra, or even a visual object. The key is to have a singular focus point that helps anchor your mind, preventing it from wandering. 4. Observe your breath. Pay close attention to the sensation of your breath as it enters and leaves your nostrils, or the rise and fall of your chest or abdomen. This not only helps in maintaining focus, but also enhances your ability to stay present. 5. Acknowledge wandering thoughts. It's natural for the mind to wander. When you notice this happening, gently acknowledge it and return your focus to your breath or chosen object. This practice of coming back to your focus point is where the real training of the mind occurs. 6. End with gratitude. After each session, spend a minute or two in gratitude. Reflect on the peace you experienced and carry that calmness into your daily activities. Regular meditation practice builds a foundation of clarity and calmness that dramatically enhances your ability to handle stress and make decisions under pressure. It allows you to access a tranquil state of mind even outside of your meditation sessions, making it easier to approach challenges with a balanced and thoughtful perspective. Over time, this can lead to more profound insights into your behavior and life patterns, facilitating personal growth and a more harmonious existence. 12. Understand the root of desires. In Buddhist philosophy, understanding and managing desires is seen as essential for reducing suffering and achieving contentment. Desires, while natural, can often lead to dissatisfaction and conflict when they become excessive or uncontrolled. By comprehending the root of our desires and learning to manage them, we can cultivate a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Desires stem from our basic human needs for things like safety, love, and self-esteem, but they can quickly become amplified by societal influences and personal insecurities. This amplification can lead us to pursue our desires in ways that are aggressive or inconsiderate, potentially leading to conflicts with others who have their own set of desires and aspirations. Additionally, the relentless pursuit of fulfilling every desire can create a cycle of perpetual dissatisfaction, as the fulfillment of one desire often quickly leads to another. To begin understanding the root of our desires, we must first become mindful of them. Meditation and mindful reflection are useful tools in this process. They allow us to observe our thoughts and feelings without immediately acting on them, providing insight into what drives our desires. For instance, the desire for a more prestigious job may stem from deep-seated needs for security or recognition, rather than from a genuine interest in the job itself. Once we identify the underlying reasons for our desires, we can start managing them more effectively. This doesn't mean suppressing or denying our desires, but rather approaching them with awareness and balance. We can ask ourselves whether fulfilling a certain desire will truly bring us happiness, or whether it might lead to further discontent. By prioritizing desires that lead to long-term well-being and dismissing those that do not, we can avoid unnecessary conflicts and move towards genuine contentment. Another key aspect of managing desires is learning to find satisfaction in what we already have. Gratitude practices can be very effective in shifting our focus from what we lack to what we possess. Regularly acknowledging the good in our lives can diminish the intensity of our desires for more, fostering a sense of abundance and reducing the impulse to seek happiness solely through acquisition. Moreover, understanding and managing desires involve recognizing the impermanence of the objects of our desires. Whether it's material possessions, relationships, or professional achievements, everything is subject to change and decay. By internalizing this aspect of impermanence, we can temper our attachments and approach life with a lighter touch, appreciating moments of happiness without clinging to them. Communicating our desires clearly and thoughtfully can also help manage them and prevent conflicts. Often, misunderstandings and tensions arise from unspoken expectations or assumptions. By expressing our needs and desires openly, we can negotiate and compromise where necessary, fostering harmony in our interactions. In conclusion, understanding the root of our desires and learning to manage them is a profound step towards achieving true contentment and reducing conflicts. This process involves deep self-reflection, mindful awareness, gratitude, and effective communication. As we become more attuned to the true nature of our desires and learn to approach them with wisdom, we not only enhance our own well-being, but also contribute to a more peaceful and compassionate world. As we conclude this exploration of how Buddhist teachings can help you win in every situation, let's recap the powerful tips we've discussed and consider how you can integrate these lessons into your daily life. Each of these principles, embracing impermanence, cultivating compassion, practicing mindfulness, detaching from outcomes, developing wisdom, learning from failures, maintaining ethical conduct, seeking good company, staying patient, utilizing meditation, and understanding the root of desires, is designed not just to handle specific challenges, but to foster a holistic and fulfilling life. Embracing impermanence teaches us to accept and adapt to change, enhancing our resilience. Cultivating compassion not only improves our relationships, but also deepens our connection to the world around us. Mindfulness sharpens our focus and presence, allowing us to make better decisions. Detaching from outcomes frees us from the anxiety of expectation, enabling us to act with clarity and integrity. Developing wisdom gives us the insight to navigate life's complexities with foresight and understanding. Maintaining ethical conduct builds trust and respect, which are foundational to any successful interaction. Seeking good company ensures that we are surrounded by positive influences that inspire and uplift us. Patience allows us to endure difficulties with grace, and meditation provides the mental clarity and calm needed to face any situation. Finally, understanding the root of our desires helps prevent unnecessary conflicts and leads us toward true contentment. Integrating these lessons into your daily life is a journey that requires commitment and practice. Start small, perhaps by choosing 1 or 2 principles to focus on initially. Whether it's setting aside time each day for meditation, actively practicing gratitude, or reflecting on your actions through the lens of these teachings, each small step will contribute to profound changes over time. Remember, the goal is not to reach a destination of perfection, but to engage continuously in the process of learning and growth. Each day offers a new opportunity to apply these teachings, and each challenge is a chance to practice and hone your skills. Over time, these principles will become second nature, guiding you to lead a life that is not only successful in conventional terms, but rich with inner peace and fulfillment. So, take these teachings and use them as tools to navigate your life's journey. As you do, you'll find that not only are you able to handle any situation life throws your way, but you are also moving towards a deeper sense of joy, peace, and understanding. Embrace the journey, for it is in this continuous process of growth that we truly find ourselves and our place in the world. If you found value in this exploration of Buddhist teachings and how they can help you master any situation in life, don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom Diaries. Join our community for more insightful content like this, where we delve into ancient wisdom for modern living. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video that could change your life. Remember, every step you take on this path enriches your journey, and we're here to guide and support you along the way. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.